All right, so you've seen the first scene from our 5 stories, and now it's your turn to choose which 4 you would like to see continue on to the next round. So, let's first get a quick recap from each of our directors.
All right. In Bad Good Cop, Bad Good Girl, you met 2 cops with differing values and 2 cabaret singers with differing values. The speakeasy that they sing at is about to get busted up. What's going to happen?
In Plateau's End, a mysterious creature and a perceptive girl have just encountered each other in the woods.
In Oklahoma, where affairs come sweeping down the plain, the governor has just announced that he's hiring the 3 women he was reading romantic novels to as his assistants.
In Flux and Follies, there's trouble in Bertopia and a wounded ostrich.
In Musical Sense, we see a man who's in need of some music in his life and a woman who might need some calming down.
All right, so when I put my hand over the director's head, cheer if you want to see that scene continue. And we will say thank you and goodbye to Bertopia.
Well, what would have happened is that all the birds would have banded together to stop the hunting, and they would have fallen in love and sung songs together. That's what happens in an opera. All right, this super scene's for the birds. Back to Good Bad Cop, Good Bad Girls. The whole place has been ransacked by thousands and thousands of cops. And all that's left is Bad Cop Jimmy and Bad Girl Maria, who we haven't learned her name yet. You 2 somehow in all the rubble and bubble and fubble were misplaced. Now you're on the street corner right outside the speakeasy, and you're handcuffed together.
How the hell did this happen? I'm a man of the law. I don't need to be handcuffed.
Well, I guess that's what happens when you send thousands and thousands of cops into a place full of normal people.
You need a cop per square foot. That's why.
Fusion, I guess you got cuffed. It's the same as me.
Now, look here, doll. I don't know that you should be.
Hey, don't call me doll.
What do you want me to call you,
Pick
Rob?
another epithet.
Me?
Yes, Jimmy.
All right. Look here, sweet cheeks. Look here, honey.
One more.
Look here, gorgeous.
That's your new nickname for her.
The name's Darlene.
All right, gorgeous. I don't know what wound us up handcuffed together, but I can't say I regret it.
Well, neither do I.
Cut to other side of the speakeasy, where good girl Sophie, who is yet to be named, and bad good cop Steve, are not handcuffed together, but you are handcuffed. You're being loaded into the old police wagon, which pains you a little bit to do.
I'm awfully sorry about this.
No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done it. I just needed money to give to the poor.
To the poor, you say?
Well, yes. There's a lot of poor people, don't you know?
I suppose you're right. Well,
And now that the wise lawmen like you and other men like you, just lots of men, have made it so that the poor people can't drink away their sorrows, well, I try to give them a little song and dance and a few pieces of change from the old clam.
Maya, thousands of cops who have just heard her sob story and shed a single tear from their eyes. Imagine thousands of her doing that.
I give them a kerchief, but sorry. Yes.
now listen here.
Yes.
Take this key. Take this key to the cuffs and take it down to the precinct with you.
But that would be wrong.
It's for the poor.
Great. So back in the town of Plateau's End, we're in the middle of the end of winter festival. Could I please have the parents who were talking out here before? I want the parents to talk about how wonderful the festival has been and overall just how normal it's been.
What a wonderfully normal festival.
No kids got lost, no kids started to drink.
You have all 6 of your kids?
Oh yeah, I'm sure they all ran right back home.
Oh, God, I'm sure they did too.
And your two? You
Yes.
have to keep an eye on them?
Yes, no, I kept one eye on one and another on the other one.
Oh, you need?
I know, the Ferris wheel was just lovely this
Oh, it was the same as last year and the year before.
Gosh, it's just every year they do a great job with the Ferris
Oh, and
wheel.
did you see my pies?
Oh, your pies were
I
divine.
think-
Blueberry, pecan, and key lime again.
Again?
It's just, I had one of each this year.
Maya's character, remind him of why this old tradition, the end of winter festival, came around in the first place.
It's just so wonderful to realize it almost never changes because it's rooted in such a strong tradition.
Yeah.
You know, it's a strong tradition of celebrating spring because when it first started, before there were heaters around and human beings weren't really even meant to live out here in this crazy, frigid environment,
It is cold.
the end of winter festival would be the first time that people would shed their outer layer and just feel like they could be free and who they really were.
Yes, no, the festival is all about freedom and being free
Yeah.
in our society with Plateau.
What did people have to do before it was warm enough, when there were no heaters?
No. My father would tell me stories of what they had to do before
Oh, my
there were
father as
heaters.
well.
They would have to go out into the forest and hunt. There were myths.
They would put their hands inside the dead animals to the
There were these horrible creatures in the forest they'd fight off. Oh,
I know, and they would just put on 10 different jackets and roll around on the ground and then eat whatever they killed.
That's exactly It was dark.
It was just tough. There was no fire to cook anything by. And
Ben, why I've even heard tell of
Why, I've even heard tell of centaurs in the forest.
big reaction.
Desperately unnatural things with a
Yes.
horse's body and a human's face.
Yes, I've heard of them. Outrun you, and
All centaurs.
all centaurs would hunt humans.
Oh, well, that doesn't seem fair.
They're much faster, and they're as smart as we are. Many people died in the dark forest.
Well, I suppose it's not possible to be friendly with them. If
No,
we ever see a centaur, well,
I tell you what, a centaur killed my grandfather.
oh,
Yes.
poor thing, I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Well, good thing they don't exist anymore. They're just the folly of children's imaginations now.
Wish him a happy end of winter festival.
You have a happy end of winter festival with your 2 children.
No, do the Plateau's End thing. Centaur? Both be paid? Both be paid? Handsome centaur?
She was...
Keep trying.
She was like nothing I'd ever seen. 2 legs and not 4.
Why aren't you with the rest of the herd?
My herd's gone off to hunt.
But
But I just don't feel that these humans are meant for hunting. If you look one in the eyes, really, really deep in the eyes,
pause. Look for.
you see a tender soul.
So the press conference has happened. We are governor. We haven't actually named our governor yet, so we'll try to accomplish that. You are meeting with your 2 new assistants, Dharma and Veronica, was it? Yes, Dharma and Veronica. You're meeting with them. It's their first day. Try to walk them through. Sorry, Dharma and Veronica, that would be Maria and Sophie. Just kind of walk them through how to do the job in the Capitol, and try to resist all of your temptations.
Dharma, Veronica, good to see you again. Hey, have a seat. Oh, no, don't. That would be wrong. That would be unethical and a violation of all those papers I put my initials on. Let's take a tour of my building. Governor's Hall, Governor's Hall. Good to see you, Justin.
Point out some things that you see in the hall.
This is a portrait of my great aunt.
Oh! Wow!
Jennifer. Are you impressed, Dharma?
Yeah!
Say something that you think is smart about the painting.
Made with paint!
That's very good, Dharma. Here, have this chocolate-covered strawberry. No, oh no, don't have it. That's too good-looking. Veronica, speak your mind.
You have the same eyes.
We do. That's because we not only share eyes, but we share a passion for authority, for being authority.
Talk a little bit about the shared goal you had of spreading religion and all that.
We had a shared goal of spreading religion. What religion do you think we wanted to spread?
Shopping.
No! No, not love. Strict monotheism.
Which monotheistic religion?
Zoroastrianism. The very first. Judaism.
Great.
Shalom to you ladies as well. No!
Jeremy, can we get you on stage? Your father's not expecting you. Go ahead and name him.
Dad.
Jeremy, we're old friends. You can call me by my first name.
Harold, listen, I think you should get to your office.
My office? Why, what's wrong?
Well, there's someone who I didn't expect to see myself, but I think you might have expected to see, and I'm a bit worried about that.
Describe what you can see, but don't name him.
You mean the one in the red pantsuit?
Yes, Dad, she's wearing a red pantsuit. I thought I told you not to hire any more of the people from the...
But son, I had to.
Hi!